Yo, what's up guys, the best class here. Today I'm going to show you some matches from the Royal Tournament. So long story short, I only got to 24 wins. My record is 25. I wanted to get a top 1000 badge, so I don't have one in my profile. Right here, I don't have any global tournament badges. I'm hoping to get my first one. I played pretty bad in the beginning, half of it. I was currently at 14 wins and 4 losses. It was not good. And I made a comeback, so let's show some replays here. Against some tough and easy matches, a mix of both. This here's really bad. Lost to Lava Hound, Graveyard. Let's see here. Graveyard again. Weird Deck, and Mega Knight. No, these are a lot of matches, sorry. Let's hop into our first match against Minor Wall Breakers. So here he's BMing me like that because I played him. This is the second time I played him in a row. Really unfortunate for me because he's not the greatest player out there and I can pull off the W easily. So just wanted to get the damage lead early on. Forced out a card by him. I'm just going to wait because I want to play defensive against this deck. He's going for a Minor Bats combination. I'm going to defend my Goblin Gang. I'm going to go for a Knight to kill his Wall Breakers. I'm just going to Princess. There to kill the Bats. To kill the 3 Goblins I met. Late Goblin Gang to clean up that Minor. Cycle the Goblin Barrel there in the midst of that. Get some chip damage. He's just going over Ball Breakers. I'm going to log it. I'm going to go for a Knight. And I'm going to Ice Spirit the Spirit Goblins to make sure they don't get too much damage after the Knight dies. He's going to go for a Minor Bats combination again. I'm going to go for Princess. And go for Late Goblin to clean everything up. I thought he was low on elixir here, and he was kind of low on elixir. I should have went for my Goblin Barrel, but I wasn't really keeping track of his log. So that was unfortunate. Could have got a lot of damage there. Decides to go aggressive at me again, so I go for a Knight to catch his Bats, Goblin Gang. Low, and this way, when you do that, you create a little counter pressure with the Knight and some remaining Goblin Gang. Here, easy cleanup with my Goblin Gang there. Knight. You always want to make sure you play your Princess in the middle, so you won't give him too much fireball value. He's going for Inferno Tower, so I'm going to Rocket. I don't want to use my Goblin Barrel because he has Log and Fireball and Cycle. Here I knew he was going to go in, so I went for a nice Inferno Tower. I'm going to log everything back. I'm going to be prepared for his next offense here. So I'm going to try to cycle back to my log here. I just sacrificed that Goblin Barrel to get back to my log, which is okay. Set up a Princess again. Set up a Goblin Gang for his Minor. Protect it in the back. An Ice Spirit. Knight. Make sure everything dies. Here I went for a Juke Barrel. Make sure to spread everything out. Try to catch him off guard. I'm going to pressure again because he just used his log. I'm going to log the Spirit Goblins away. At this point, he has to defend both lanes, so I pressure on the right lane with my Goblin Barrel. It's not paying. Princess on the left does work, bringing the tower down to rocket range, and that's GG. That was sort of an easy matchup because I knew what he was going to do, and he didn't try to outplay me or anything, so that was kind of easy. So here we're up against another easy matchup in our favor with the Giant Skelly Clone deck. It's a hard counter when you have the arrows Flying Machine Barbarian version, because they can go offensive and log and arrow your princess, and you have no way to kill the Flying Machine. He's going to clone everything here. I'm going to princess, make sure all those 2 skeletons die, and clean up. Here he's going to cannon cart. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel to create some pressure. And I was also leaking. He goes in really nice skeletons and tornado, denying all damage. Just going to clean up that cannon cart with the Goblin Gang. And I'm just going to cycle a Night Spirit here. I'm going to cycle Knight in the back. No, actually, I'm not going to cycle Knight. I'm going to play my Inferno Tower here since he played his Giant Skelly pretty high up. You always want to play your Inferno Towers high and towards like 1 tile in against these clone decks, because they can try to bypass with a Skelly Barrel, and you can prevent that by doing Inferno Tower 1 tile in. Here I'm just going to kite that Baby Dragon away. The nice Knight placement. I'm going to delay my log to make sure both barrels pop before the log kills all the skeletons. And I'm going to pressure since he just used a lot of elixir there. Just since he uses cannon cart on the left lane, he didn't have much elixir, only skeletons for my Goblin Barrel Ice Spirit. We scored a lot of damage there. I'm going to princess at the bridge. Try to bring out his tower to rocket range. And it's going to head into double elixir, so I'm not worried about being behind an elixir. It's going to Knight, cycle to a Goblin Barrel. Here I'm going to go for a high Inferno Tower because I knew it's going to kill the Baby Dragon. I'm getting ready for my rocket in case he goes all in. In this case it does. I'm going to go for rocket, delay everything a little bit. Make sure the rocket hits everything. I'm going to go for princess and then log this Skelly Barrel right here. I'm trying to play defensive. He's going to go for a Giant Skelly, pushing him. This time I'm just waiting for him to give me more rocket value, so I take the rocket value. He's going for a king card. I'm going to go for a high Inferno Tower to protect my princess. Here we're getting pretty close to rocket range, so I'm just playing defensive. And it's okay to cycle logs at this point because I can cycle back to my Inferno Tower for a Skelly Barrel. He decides not to play anything. Plays a Baby Dragon. I'm going to go for Inferno Tower to block it. Go for a higher princess, making sure, catching him off guard there. I had enough elixir for rocket in time here. Ice Spirit just in case. That's GG. So in this match, you just play careful defense. Try to go in with your Goblin Barrel when they expend, overcommit a little bit. That's all you gotta do. Be careful of giant skeletons, high Inferno Towers, kill everything off so they don't get clone value, then overwhelm you. That's pretty much a GG. So here we're up against a pretty difficult matchup. We have 2 small spells. They can kill your Inferno Tower easily with the minor zap retarget with the bats. So I'm just going to go for a standard Goblin Barrel and then a Knight to kill his minor. Let's go for bats. I go for a high princess, but that wasn't the best princess there because I could have played it lower. At least it forced out a hunter. Go for a Goblin Gang. And he's going to go for a Prince here since he knew that my Goblin Gang was out of cycle, so he tried to punish me here. Go for an Ice Spirit. Cycle back to my Knight. Because no, I can't defend that Prince with the Inferno Tower because that's going to be really bad if he zapped it. Put my Knight a little low there just in case he went for a Miner. Finish off the Miner. Go for Princess in the back. See what he does. He's going to Wall Breakers. He's going to actually Bats. I'm going to predict his Bats with an Ice Spirit. I'm going to pressure opposite lane. Then he spent a lot of elixir there. He only had enough elixir for his arrows. And my Knight got so much damage on his tower. I'm going to go for a Princess Ice Spirit. Here he's going to Bats my Princess and going for a Miner. So I had to cycle back to my Goblin Gang for Goblin Barrel. Goblin Gang here. Luckily for me, he focused on defending with his Zap, using on my Goblin Barrel instead of my Goblin Gang, which allowed the Spirit Goblins to kill all the Bats from that Miner Bats push. If he zapped my Goblin Gang instead, I'd probably lost my tower, left hand tower. So here I'll make him force some elixir out of his hand by Princess at the Bridge, so he can't make a big push with that Mega Knight. So it's easier for me to defend. Go for an Ice Spirit. Go for Goblin Gang low. A really nice log here. Logging everything back and cleaning up Prince. Denying the charge. I thought our Prince would die faster, so I went for aggressive Princess. Fortunately, one Bat survives. For an Ice Spirit, retarget onto my Goblin Gang there. I'm just going to log cycle here. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel pressure because I don't want him creating a too much big push from that Prince. I'm going to Ice Spirit and I'm going to Knight here. Because I knew if I played my Goblin Gang instead, it would die to the Hunter, which is not a good play. Cycle another log. Cycle a Goblin Barrel. Try to catch his Miner with my Goblin Gang, which I did. Played my Goblin Barrel off to the side like that because usually Mega Knight players don't play their Mega Knight in that placement. Try to kill that Mega Knight faster with the high Inferno Tower. He goes all in here. He was forced to arrows on defense. I kind of misclicked for my Goblin Gang. But it's okay at night. I had my log in hand. It's kind of lucky there. That's GG. In that situation with that a little bit of a Mega Knight HP left on that Mega Knight, I didn't want to use my Goblin Gang because it would have leaped onto my Goblin Gang and killed it, and the Prince would have taken out my tower. Really tough. This match required a lot of quick decision making and got the W. So here we're against one of the hardest counters in the game. Once again, up there with Row Recruits, Row Hogs, and Hog EQ is 3M cycle. Going to get a little bit of a decent start here. He's a little late on that Barb Barrel. I'm just going to cycle a Goblin Gang. He's going to Ice Golem. And he's going to Elixir Pump here. I'm just going to Rocket the Elixir Collector. And at this point of seeing what his cards were, I already knew it was going to be 3M cycle with the Balram Hunter. So I'm just prepared to play defensive the entire match because you can't really break through. So Hunter and Barb Barrel and Rogue Ghost for any big push you try to do. So I had to let that Rogue Ghost connect to my tower before I could try to deny all damage by Ice Spirit Log Princess. I'm going to wait for that Hunter to cross the bridge here. They get a shot. Make sure my Goblin Gang survives. Create some decent counter push value. He was going to go for Elixir Collector, so I took this opportunity to pressure for Knight, Goblin Barrel, Ice Spirit. Unfortunately, he was back to his Rogue Ghost, which cleaned everything up. And here is a really good start because if we can maintain perfect defense, we should be able to win the match. He's going to Bow Ram off his lane. Let's go for Princess, for Knight, Ice Spirit. And I decided to pressure Goblin Barrel for his Elixir Pump there because I knew his Barbaro was out of cycle. For Rogue Ghost, unfortunately for me, I thought he was going to play his Bandit, but well played. Go for Knight for his Bandit instead. Go for Goblin Barrel for his Elixir Collector. Go for a nice rocket there, hitting the tower and the 2 Musketeers. Lower everything back, and I did not want to play my Knight here because I wanted to make sure that Musketeer was in tower range before I can go for Goblin Gang. He's going to go hard opposite lane. So I go for defensive Goblin Barrel, log everything back. For Knight, luckily for me, Barium did not connect. Went for a low Goblin Gang to make sure it didn't die to our Rogue Ghost. He's going to 3M again. I'm just going to Princess low. Ice Spirit logged left hand side to deny that Barium charge. Had to go in defensive Goblin Barrel again to finish off that Bandit and the Musketeer. Here he's going to 3M a rocket. Unfortunately, rocket, the Rogue Ghost, was a little fast and forced out a Knight out of my hand. Actually, I decided to go for a Knight defending the Bow Ram Musketeer because I knew he had Barbaro to kill my Goblin Gang. Go for a nice counterattack with the Goblin Barrel there in a corner, so if he played his Hunter in the back, he'll get some damage. Here he's going to start getting aggressive, guys, and after this sequence, he's going to play his 3Ms at the bridge, and that's really well played. So when Knight high, try to kill that Musketeer after. I wanted to save my log for his Bow Ram, so I didn't use on that Musketeer there. So he's going to play with his 3M high. That's well played. Going for a really low Knight. That was a really bad Knight in my opinion. So Rogue Ghost splash onto my tower for 1 hit. It got really close here. Pressure with Goblin Barrel. Is really well played with 3M in the middle like that. Unfortunately, I can't defend both lanes. He spams me. That's a GG. So I learned this matchup is to play, if you want to win, you want to play defensive. Play perfect defense. Defensive choice cards making. Defensive skills like waiting and patience. Trying to create pressure with your Goblin Barrel when you can, and that's kind of how you want to win this match, but unfortunately I didn't. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys later. Bye, guys.